Everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in the previous session we have started discussing about terms, important terms used in coordination compounds. There I have considered two important terms. One is the central 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 metal atom, central metal atom, or it is also called ion, is the one term we have discussed. And the second term is coordination entity, coordination entity, or it is also called coordination sphere, right? So yes, what do you mean by central metal atom or ion? So it is an atom or ion to which fixed number of ions or groups attached in a specific geometrical arrangements. Okay, they are considered as a central metal atom or ion. And regarding coordination entity, what we said, a central metal atom or ion bonded to a fixed number of ions or molecules together constitutes a coordination sphere. Well, now in this session we are going to look forward some other important terms used in a coordination compounds, or I can say coordination chemistry. Well, the other terms, one of the important term which is used in this chapter, it is the ligand, or I can say ligands. Well, what do you mean by ligand means? So it is a molecule. Actually, anything, that is, it may be atom, or it may be ion, or any neutral species may act as a ligand. Therefore, in general, we say it may be molecule or ion which is coordinated to the central metal atom or ion in a coordination compounds. A atom, ion, or any neutral species, atom, ion, molecule, or any neutral species bonded to central metal atom, or I can say ion, through what? It is very important, through coordinate bond. Okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನಾವು, it must be bonded through what? Through coordinate bond. Such species are considered as a ligand. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಇತ್ತು ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ligand ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಅಟಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅದೇನಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಅಟಮ್, or it may be ion, or it may be any molecule. Okay, so atom, ion, or molecule bonded to what? It must be bonded to a central metal atom or ion through coordinate bond. Therefore, what I am saying here, a molecular ion which is coordinated to, coordinated which means is going to make a coordinate bond, to what? To the central metal atom or ion is called a ligand. Okay, yes, you got the meaning of ligand. Yes. Well, if I consider example of hexacyanidopherrate, okay, hexacyanidopherrate 3 chloride complex. Okay, is the whatever name of the complex is hexacyanidopherrate 3 chloride. So don't bother about name, just we consider here ligand. Here the cyanide ions, Cn minus ions, okay, cyanide ions bonded to what? They bonded to central metal atom or ion. They are present within a coordination sphere is the first condition. And second thing, they bonded to central metal atom or ion by what? By coordinate bond. Therefore here cyanide act as what? Cyanide act as a ligand, iron act as a central metal atom or ion. And what about these 3Cl? These 3 chloride ions act as a counter ions. They are present outside the sphere, therefore they considered as a counter ion. Okay, well, then one more complex we have specified. So is the, what is the one more complex? NiCO 4 times. NiCO 4 times means that nickel tetracarbonyl, a complex here. So here 4 carbon monoxide molecules, 4 carbon monoxide molecules. They bonded to what? They bonded to central metal atom nickel. Through what? Through coordinate bond. Therefore here carbon monoxide act as a ligand. So yes, overall what I can say here, ligand is nothing but it may be atom, it may be ion. So in the first example, Cn minus, right, cyanide, what it is ion. In the second example, carbon monoxide, a neutral molecule, neutral species. So generally what we are saying, it may be atom. I'm repeating, it may be atom, or it may be ion, or it may be any molecule. If it is bonded to central metal atom or ion through what? Necessary condition? Through coordinate bond. Then such species are called ligands. Okay? Well. Now further we are saying here they are going to make a coordinate bond. Coordinate bond in the sense they are going to donate lone pair of electrons. These ligands are going to donate lone pair of electrons. Therefore what I am saying, ligands are electron pair donors. Then according to Lewis concept, what we can say, electron pair donors are called Lewis bases. Earlier I said the central metal atom or ion, it acts as what? It acts as a Lewis acid. Since he is going to accept the electron pair, the central metal atom or ion act as a Lewis acid. And what about ligands? Ligands act as a Lewis bases. Well, now if I consider classification of ligands, since as we said that ligand may be atom, it may be atoms may act as a ligand, ions also act as a ligand, and even molecules. Okay, molecules also act as a ligand. Means we have a wide variety of range. We have a wide range of opting a ligand. Atoms may act as a ligand, ions may act as a ligand, and even molecules also act as a ligand. Therefore, it is necessary to classify the ligands. As we have a wide range of existence, therefore, it is necessary to classify the ligands. Well, what is the basis of classification means? So simply by considering charge. What is the one way of classifying? Based on the charge also we can classify the ligands. Charged one, neutral one. Neutral ligands and charged ligands. And here charged means again we have possibilities, right? Either they are positively charged ligands, they may negatively charged ligands, or neutral ligands. So here what is the basis here? Based on net charge carried by ligands. Ligands can be classified into how many types? They can be classified into 3 types. Positively charged ligands, okay, positive ligands, negatively charged ligands, say negative ligands, neutrally charged ligands, neutral ligands. So here positive ligand meaning a ligand is going to carry net positive charge. The ligands carrying net positive charge on it, they are going to called positive ligands. Negative ligand meaning the ligands, they are going to carry net negative charge on it. The ligands which carry net negative charge on it are called negative ligands. Neutral ligand means the neutral species are considered as a neutral ligand. And what about charge? They do not carry any charge. Charge is 0 here. So here overall, if I consider classification, yes, based on the charge, ligands can be classified into how many types? 3 types. What are those? Positive ligands, negative ligands, and neutral ligands. Okay. Well, we try to get the example of these ligands. Well, coming to the first one, positive ligands, a type of ligand which carries net positive charge on it. A ligand which carries net positive charge on it are called what? Are called positive ligands. Say here we consider few examples of these ligands. Name, formula, and the name given in the complex. How you have to give the name for the such type of ligand. Say here hydrazinium ion. Hydrazinium ion. What is the formula? NH2 NH3 plus. So here NH2 NH3 plus. NH2 here nitrogen carries lone pair of electrons. lone pair of electrons, and here NH3 plus means those lone pair of electrons are involved in making a bond with one of the hydrogen. There is already one coordinate bond present in this complex, sorry, in this ligand. So here this ligand NH2 NH3 plus, it acts as a positive ligand since it carries net positive charge. And we know that to act as a ligand, what is the criteria? It has to donate lone pair of electrons. Yes, hydrogenium ion able to donate lone pair of electrons from what? One of the nitrogen. Okay, here there are two nitrogen atoms, out of which one nitrogen carries lone pair of electrons. It is available for donation to the central metal atom or metal ion. Therefore, what we say, it acts as a positive ligand. Well, if the complex contains hydrogenium ion, how it should be named? Hydrogenium. Okay, how we are going to name that ligand? It is named as a hydrogenium. Okay, well, then second, nitrosonium ion. Nitrosonium ion, the formula is the NO plus. So NO plus, again here also say NO plus. It carries net positive charge. But what about nitrogen? Nitrogen carries lone pair of electrons. Therefore, the lone pair of electrons of nitrogen can be involved in bond formation with the central metal atom or ion. Therefore, it also acts as a ligand. Nitrosonium ion. And complexes containing positive ligands are very, very rare. Okay, please remember. And how it is named? If it acts as a ligand, then nitrosonium is used as a name. Well, and one more example, nitronium ion. Nitronium ion, NO2 plus. NO2 plus has like nitrosonium. NO2 plus, here nitrogen carries lone pair of electrons, is able to donate that lone pair of electron, therefore also act as a ligand. So nitronium and nitronium is used as a name in the complex. Well, then coming to the negative ligands. What is the meaning of negative ligand? The ligands which carry net negative charge. The ligands which carry net negative charge on it. Negative charge on it are called negative ligands. The ligands which carry net negative charge are called negative ligands. Well, examples for negative ligands, we have a large number of negative ligands. So cyanide, I will just quickly go through these ligands. So cyanide, okay, cyanide Cn minus, how we are going to name it? Cyano. In the complex, we have to, if Cn minus is present as a ligand, then it is named as a cyano. Then coming to halide ions, fluoride, chloride, bromide, iodide act as a halide ions. Generally, they act as a ligands. So then how we are going to name them? Fluorido, chlorido, bromido, and iodo. If they act as a ligand, we have to name them as fluorido, chlorido, bromido, and iodo. Please remember this. Then if it is H minus, hydride ion act as a ligand. H minus going to have a lone pair of electrons, so it acts as a ligand, negative ligand. Then how it is named? It is named as a hydrido. Nitro, NO2 minus, nitro. Nitrite ion, ONO minus. Okay, nitrito. Nitro, nitrito. So what is the difference here? The difference is donor atoms. So if you write nitro, so here in case of NO2 minus, nitrogen is going to involve in a bond formation, so named as a nitro. If nitrogen is involved in bond formation, that is coordinate bond formation, then it is named as a nitro. Then if oxygen is ONO minus, if oxygen is involved in bond formation, then it is named as a nitrito. Please remember this. Got it? So if nitrogen involved in making a coordinate bond, it is named as nitro. If oxygen is involved in making a coordinate bond with the central metal atom or ion, then it is named as a nitrito. Okay, well, then coming to the next one, nitrate ion NO3 minus, say nitrito it is named. Hydroxide ion OH minus, hydroxo. And amino NH2 minus, so amido, it is named as amido as a ligand. Then coming to the sulfide ion S2 minus, sulfido. sulfite SO3 2 minus sulfite sulfito, then sulfate ion. Okay, sulfate means SO4 2 minus. If it act as a ligand, then how it is named? Sulfato, PHATO, sulfato. Sulfite, sulfito, sulfate, sulfato, PHATO, sulfato. Then thiosulfate S2O3 2 minus, thiosulfato. Okay, thiosulfato. Then carbonate CO3 2 minus, if it acts as a ligand, then carbonato is used. Imide ion NH2 NH2 minus, NH2 minus, then it is named as a imido. Okay, well, then coming to the neutral ligands, how we are going to define the neutral ligands? The ligands which carry no charge on it, the ligands which do not carry any charge, no charge, okay, are called neutral ligands. They are, or else in another words, how we can say, the ligands which carry net neutral charge, the net charge is 0, such ligands are considered as a neutral ligands. Okay, well, if I consider example for neutral ligands, yes, ammonia NH3 act as a neutral ligand as is going to carry lone pair of electrons. Then in the complex it is named as amine, AMINE. Okay, water also act as a ligand, oxygen carries lone pair of electrons. So if water act as a ligand, how it is named? Aqua or aquo. Nitric oxide NO, nitrosyl. Carbon monoxide also act as a ligand, carbonyl. Thiocarbonyl CS, thiocarbonyl. PH3 also act as a ligand, so phosphine, named as a phosphine. So neutral ligands: ammonia, amine; water, aqua; nitric oxide, nitrosyl; carbon monoxide, carbonyl; thiocarbonyl, that is CS; phosphine, PH3, if it acts as a ligand, then it is named as a phosphine in the complex. Okay, well, and say triphenyl phosphine, triphenyl phosphine, C6H5 3 times P, triphenyl phosphine. Yes, it is named as a triphenyl phosphine itself. Then thiourea, so NH2, NH2 C double bond O, NH2, so urea, it is named as a urea. If oxygen is replaced by sulfur, so NH2 C double bond S, NH2, C double bond S, NH2, then it is named as a thiourea. Then pyridine, C5H5N, pyridine, it is in short it is abbreviated as PY. So pyridine, in the complex, while writing the name of the complex, we ought to use the word pyridine. In short, it is abbreviated as PY, thiourea, TU. Okay, yes. It's regarding the ligands, right? That is one type of classification, that is based on the charge present on the ligand. Ligand can be classified into 3 types: positive ligands, negative ligands, and neutral ligands. Well, and you want to consider the examples of corresponding ligands. Well, coming to the MCQ, the first MCQ is a ligand in the complex. A ligand in the complex. What is the complex here? Say FeCN 5 times NO. So pentacyanide, NO, nitroso ferrate. Say you are going to carry plus 2 charge. So nitrosyl NO, pentacyanide, nitroso ferrate 2 is the ion. So what they are asking, a ligand in the complex is, so iron Cn, NO, both B and C. So what is here? Iron act as a central metal ion. Iron act as a central metal ion. Then what about Cn minus and NO? They act as a ligand, right? Then what is the answer here? Both B and C act as a ligand. Okay, yes. The next one, ligands are. What is the nature of ligand? Lewis acid. Option B, electron pair donors. Option C, Lewis base. Option D, both B and C. So what is the answer? So ligands, if I consider ligands, as they are electron pair donors and they act as a Lewis space, therefore answer is both B and C. Okay, well, so with this I'm going to conclude about this session. Again in the next session we go for other concept. Thank you, be safe.